Hi guys, today we're going to be doing a review of an urban legend book, Mythical Monsters, the Scariest Creatures from Legends, Books and Films. I got this book off Amazon and I'm going to show you why I bought it. One of my favourite parts is actually the illustrations of the book. Here I have a contents page. An overview of what's going to be inside the book. You can pause it and read it if you want. It's got some pictures of the creatures. So we get into the first creature, which is Black Dog. Sorry about that, I was just adjusting it. So you get the splash page with the main illustration of the creature. So it says here coat, eyes, mouth, claws, features of the creature. So we've got some facts. Did you know where it lives and a size comparison, which is a nice feature. That's about the size of a black dog. Next up we have the Boogeyman. When I was a little kid I was terrified of the Boogeyman. But I don't believe it exists. It's just an urban myth. Well, it is in this book, so obviously it's an urban myth. Oh, sorry, Mr. Page. Here we have a chupacabra, which is a very nice illustration. I like the very vibrant blue. This is the Puerto Rican version. I'm more familiar with the Mexican version, which is a dog thing with no hair, but I kind of prefer this version. It's got wings and it's got alien eyes. Apparently, it drinks the blood of goats. It's found throughout a parts of South and North America as well as Puerto Rico, and a little bit smaller, about 5 feet tall, which is about, well, I'm British, so I should be saying it in meters. That's just over 1 meter. Here we have Gog Magog, which is like the ugliest thing I've ever seen. Just look at that face. Apparently he doesn't like the Greeks. Don't blame him. No offense, I'm not being very big giant. Here we have a golem, which is from ancient Jewish folklore. Apparently, if you don't control them, they can get very nasty. I wonder if I could create one of them. Leviathan. This is one of my favourite creatures from folklore and of the entire book. Is Leviathan Asian or Mediterranean? Leviathan has its origins in early Hebrews from the Middle East, dated back to 3000 years BC. The Hebrews occupied Turkey, Syria, Jordan, Israel, Iraq and Iran, but the monster has the run of all the world's oceans. So yes, it's an Asian thing. You could say that's slightly racist. That definitely looks like some kind of amphibian or reptile. I usually imagine the Leviathan being bigger than that, but everyone has a different view on these mythic stuff. Then we have a mermaid. I thought mermaids were nice creatures. Apparently, they lure sailors to their doom. That's the size. That's how big I imagine Ariel from The Little Mermaid. This is Ariel. She was an evil. This looks like Ariel, but she's sinking goddamn ships. This is what Ariel would look like if she was an evil monster. Here we have a mummy. One of my favourite illustrations. One of those realistic size comparisons. And a lot of interesting information. I would recommend reading this page if you could pause it. A Tokalache, which reminds me of a goblin. Probably is a type of goblin. Apparently he's not very nice to... Apparently if you have an argument with a tribal elder, you'll be visited by a creepy Tokalache. About the size of a human... About the size of a 8-year-old. Very little. Comes out of South Africa. That's cool. This is an African creature. A troll. a classic folklore creature. Now we're getting into the chapter of mythology. Here's it. We have the basilisk, which is an awesome creature. One of my favourite myths. Oh, it was in my country. Yeah. I always imagined the basilisk being the size of a chicken. I don't know why. Cerberus. Apparently Cerberus could turn people to stone. Yikes. Or at least he had Medusa snake's hair, which is still creepy. Yeah, that's about right. That's how it is. A chimera. I always imagined it being bigger than a regular lion. The Cyclops. The classic Greek monster. I always imagined Cyclops as being like 10 times the size of a human, but apparently here his belly is about the size of an ogre. When I say ogre, I don't mean Shrek. Do not say that in the comments. Shrek is a good movie and all, but just forget it. Fenrir from ancient mythology. Bloody hell, 6 miles. That thing is the same size as the asteroid that killed the bloody dinosaurs. Apparently he can eat villages. A gorgon. This is a very monstrous looking gorgon. I wouldn't want to meet that in a dark alley. I don't think anyone would. I'll end up as a statue. I always thought they were Greek. Oh, that explains it. That's about the size I imagined a gorgon to be. A griffin, another one of my favourite myths. Apparently, they like to eat horses. Apparently, the Asia has a lot of griffins in their culture. About the right size, perfect for being a steed. According to this, where does it say now? Only the females have wings. That's kind of an interesting interpretation. A harpy. God, this is ugly. It kind of reminds me of a teacher I had in primary school. The attacking blind people. How weak are these harpies thinking they're out but they attack blind people? Yeah, they're about the size of an actual vulture. I never want to see that face again. A hydra. This is an interesting bit. Instead of like in a monster and villain book to show the hydra as having legs, this is a more snake. This is literally just a multi-headed snake. Personally, I find this one more realistic. Apparently, serpents feature in myths more than any other creature. It would explain why everyone's scared of them. The kraken. The kraken, there's so many variations on it. I mean, this thing has 3 heads and can eat ships whole. I like this version of the kraken. It looks cool. I always imagined the kraken as just being the size of a big whale, but apparently here it's half a mile wide. Yay. My country has some interesting mythical creatures. Guys, I'm sorry, the kettle's on. I'll have to speak loud so you can hear me. Here we have a manticore. I always imagined it as being a lion with wings. I don't know why. I think Ark may have made me think of that interpretation. Apparently they're from India. But it says here they're from Europe. That doesn't make sense. A minotaur. Very demonic looking. Human feet. I always imagined it as being a furry human with a bull head. I always literally imagined it as being Bigfoot with a bull head, but with a bit less hair and some clothes on. That's about the size I imagined a minotaur to be. A minotaur. It's those Americans, they pronounce words strangely. And Oni, which is a Asian Japanese creature. This is basically a demon. Apparently it causes natural disasters. Here we have a rock from ancient Madagascar mythology. From Iran, Pakistan and Madagascar. Apparently it eats elephants whole. That is one nasty bird. Scylla, a very ugly monster. 100 meters, bloody hell. Again, like the Kraken, feeds on ships. It's from the tale of Odysseus. The Sphinx. This is the Greek version. I always imagine the Sphinx being bigger than that. Overall, very realistic. A Thunderbird. Oh, this is a cool creature. It can shoot lightning out its eyes and it has 2 heads. It can... Oh my god. 3 miles, 5 kilometres, it eats whales. That must be a big whale to match up to a 3-mile Thunderbird. I wonder what type... It says it's a sperm whale, but sperm whales aren't 3 miles long. Anyway, who cares? Oh, it's from ancient Native American mythology. I wonder where the Skinwalker is. He should have been in this book too. A wyvern, which is the medieval dragon. Apparently one of those savage creatures ever imagined. About the size. Apparently it guards treasure. Oh, sorry, I missed the page. Here we have Dracula, who looks like a granddad with a moustache. Again, that's how I would imagine him, because it says he's a century-old vampire. Yeah, he is a human. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to swear. He is a human, so he's about the size. He gets his head chopped off. Not a very nice way to die. But then... Frankenstein's monster. At least he didn't call him Frankenstein. Why does everyone think that its name is Frankenstein? Frankenstein was the doctor. Look, it literally tells you here. Oh no, it must be in another book. Sorry. Well, he has a good vacation. He goes across all of Europe. Gargantua. I've never heard of him. His name's on cool though. He kind of reminds me of Wario just because of how fat he is. I don't know why. He is ugly. He also kind of reminds me of Shrek. 100 meters. Godzilla. This is probably my favourite monster in the book. I'm a Godzilla fan. I want to collect every Godzilla movie. So far, I've only got the 3 American ones. I know, pitiful. Right, that's about the size of Godzilla. Oh, this is how big. Sorry, kind of getting interrupted. Godzilla. Apparently he's from the Pacific Ocean. King Kong. He likes to smash up planes like cars. New York. Wonder where Skull Island is. In another book I had, it said Skull Island was around here near Indonesia. Size comparison. 50 meters. Yeah, they'll probably talk about the original King Kong, so that's about the size. Mothra. This was a nice addition. I like Mothra. Well, she appears in the Godzilla movies, so why can I not like her? If you like Godzilla, you like Mothra. That's how it works. Don't argue in the comments. 140 meters. That's a big wingspan. A werewolf. I like that picture of a werewolf. That's cool. The werewolves are found basically over the entire northern hemisphere. That's That's a very small werewolf. Here we have Bigfoot. I believe in you, Bigfoot. Don't listen to the skeptics. He's only 7 foot tall. Another North American creature. I also thought he lived in China. I thought Yeren and Bigfoot were the same thing, but apparently not. Gigantopithecus yeti and Alma, different versions of the Bigfoot. Grey alien. Spooky, spooky, spooky. I wonder what it feels like to be abducted by an alien. Guys, if you've ever been abducted by an alien, please tell me what it feels like in the comments. I really want to know. Very small. Roswell and Area 51. The Hopkinsville Goblin. He's smaller than the alien. Well, he is a goblin. Apparently you can fly. He lives on a farm. The Jersey Devil. Another American cryptid. And another one of my favourite cryptids. Apparently it's bigger than Bigfoot. Ooh. Why is he not going to eat that maid? New Jersey. Oh, I missed one. Loch Ness Monster. I've been to Loch Ness. That reminds me of when I saw something moving like that. Comment down below. Did I see Loch Ness Monster or something else? That's about the size I imagine the Nessie to be. Here's a Mothman. Cool. A very bird-like Mothman. West Virginia. Mothman should be bigger than that. A reptilian. I don't like these aliens. They experiment on cows. They live in America. A Yeti. Very ugly looking Yeti. That just looks like a hairy human. That looks like a witch. That looks like Baba Yaga. Himalayas. A Yowie. Oh, looks very aggressive. Size. Australia. That's the end of the book. I found this very interesting. But I'll have to finish now because there's not really anything else to say. So this is the Gorilla Gang tuning out.